the so I thought this happened, but anyways, the Ohio Tower started around 1957, which was built by none other than Can I? What was I? Sorry. In 1957, or is around 1960 or 1970, the Ohio Tower was built by none other than Barry and, well, me. On the other hand, well, the Ohio Tower was built around 1976, or not 1976. The 1970s was the time for the Ohio Tower to shine, but unfortunately it was built on top of the old laboratory where, well, let's just say monsters from Ohio would be made, or at least some research. But they never knew that because, well, Manco bought this, like, they bought the laboratory but never built, like, they never used it. Instead they built another tower, or they built another, well, yeah. I'm trying to say that they built a tower on top of the old, and after they finished, after they managed to buy the property, they decided to, let's just say, keep the laboratory for something else. Instead, the tower would be built on top of it because they didn't know, because there was, well, grass over it, or not grass over it. Besides that, they never knew what would happen next. Part 1. The story of how shit happened. Right after the Ohio Tower was built, people questioned what was the smell coming from. But on the other hand, the builders of the tower were hired, and those two were none other than Barry B. Benson and Fanboy One. Just Fanboy. Besides that, these two decided to build what is called the Ohio Tower. And the Ohio Tower was built around the 1970s. Unfortunately, they didn't know that they were building on top of the, well, abandoned laboratory that was used once by other researchers, or at least some people to make Ohio monsters, which are now let loose today, and still are. On the other hand, let's just say that shit happened, and well, besides that, more stuff happened, such as, well, part two. How people started to wonder where was the noises, or at least why was the laboratory there. Because right after the whole thing of building the tower, they decided to, let's just say, well, let someone operate it with another one, and another one, another one. That being a blue medic named King Candies, a blue scout named Fanboyo, and then a blue Texan named some guy. And yes, there was another one called Mobile Sentry. Later on, they decided to, well, make the whole place look much more good. But then, well, stuff happened. Red was trying to invade it because, to be honest, Raymond wanted the revenge on Blue after they won the match at, well, Frosty and the Automaps, and decided to, well, get revenge. And then the red team invade Blue Team's Ohio Tower. And in the end, that kind of did succeed, but it led to another war like the other ones. Like, for example, the Battle of the Ohio Tower. This one was much more imminent because later on, a self-destruct button was made by the blue engineer named Barry. Well, yeah. On the other hand, Barry couldn't take the war anymore, and instead he put that button right after Blue and Red were fighting outside the tower, and decided to press it outside, which instead caused the whole tower to crumble down on top of the old laboratory, and in the end putting an end to the laboratory, or as the abandoned laboratory in the Ohio Tower. But there was some news that 2 towers were built, because a week, or as the day after, they decided to remake, or at least someone on Red and Blue decided to, well, Iceman Mond and Blue Mond decided to hire 2 more people. Or, well, 1 guy on Red and 2 people, or it's 2 guys, or actually 2 people on Red, not Red, Blue. And that would lead to the making of the 2 Ohio Towers. 1 for Red and 1 for Blue. The blue one is almost kind of half finished, while the other one is being already, well, work in progress. And yes, we have a witness. We have here a witness from yesterday when the tower was evaporated. What do you have to say?
Okay, well, honestly, I think I'm a witness. I wasn't actually around when it was all destroyed. So,
yeah.
Sorry, I can't be of any use here.
Well, it's fine, because, well, to be honest, besides that, yes. Apparently, after some people witnessed the Ohio Tower getting destroyed, people noticed that probably it was their fault causing the war. Even Redmond too, and Bluemont. But Bluemont wasn't the fault. It was Redmond who decided to fucking do it. But in the end, everything, well, came back to peace. Except there was one business that was still not out of business. Crimson and Simonon's business. Those guys were printing money, just like Walter White and Jesse Pinkman were making meth. On the other hand,
Who destroyed my fucking thing again?
I didn't, because I'm at the the Ohio 2, what's it called again? Ohio Tower 2.0. And besides the towers being built already, people started to notice that
My stuff again.
probably another guy, because I didn't do it, because I'm already at the Ohio Tower 2.0, so don't ask me, ask another guy. As for the Ohio Towers, the wars finished, and in the end, Blue and Red have finished the war and have stopped, and instead decided to never do it again. But for now, the business of Simonon and, well, you know. But for now, Blue's Ohio Tower and Red's Ohio Tower are pretty much distant from each other, so you know. So besides that, Red's Ohio Tower is still being on progress, or still being made, while the blue one is almost half finished. And in the end, people will never witness another destruction again. Hopefully. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna go make another fucking video, or still gonna make another video again about the, well, again, what happened to Ohio Tower 2.0. But for now, it's all in history.